Thank you for tuning in with Enchantress. That is me, TheBabbler. That is I on this evolutionary high. Me on my musical drive. I love that song. Either way, the deck that I just grabbed that is speaking out to me to use on this little pop-up drive as I go from one town to another, because mystic traveler I am that does so many wonderful quantum things. I get to do everything that I love, and that's great. So yeah, I'm on my way to see a client, and that is rad. So why not pop in and just okay, either way, the message that's filtering in right now while I record before I get distracted some more, it's just about this alignment process and how much work that we put in to get to whatever plateau or leveling we each are currently on in our own journey. It's not about comparing and contrasting to compete. It's not a competition. Everyone's journey is their own sweet surrender that is for them, you know what I mean? So like, but whatever part you are on at this moment in time, congratulations. That's a lot of work that is worth every ounce of evolutionary, revolutionary growth that you are experiencing at this time. So, you know, it doesn't exempt us from having to experience challenges in this 3D realm. But due to our awakened levels of consciousness and accountability and our own responsibility for the part and role that we actively now play in our own lives, that has changed everything. This transitioning process that is transforming our entire multidimensional being that we are. So we still go through stuff. So there are going to be things that you have to deal with others, like the cutting of the cord ceremony, that in maybe the human perspective of sleepers that are not operating from this level of consciousness, they're more part of the mundane population of hamsters on a hamster wheel, spinning the wheel that's given to them, you know what I mean? And the cage that's given to them, staying there, just repeating until whenever their awakening occurs, so whatever the case may be. We're always, no matter where we are, no matter what you think about a person, even me, when I call somebody a mundane, and there's plenty, they too are awakening. That's always a process. That's always occurring. You're tapping into this occurring and growing more conscious about it as you continue to explore it, that's your evolution. Demonstrate love. Find out what is important to those you love and act on it. But yeah, so I get nervous when people start looking at me still. Like, you know, these are challenges for me to overcome my own uncomfortability and being free. That's part of the journey here, to free ourselves from this illusion. So, you know, we're all awakening in our own way. So, whatever. So, there's going to be things that might come up in our now present that I'm labeling it a challenge just for understanding. But perspective is everything. Because how you are in your current alignment viewing it will determine your experience with whatever it is that is presenting itself that might be a little bit daunting or hiccupy in experience, especially when dealing with those that are not on this same kind of line. See, I just had to deal with something and someone in my life, sip, that once upon a time ago, I would have felt bad for feeling this way. And I would have resisted spirit of doing the solution-based thing that would be wise in order to accommodate the feelings of another person because of their view, although it be not true. That kind of lack of responsibility and lack of accountability no longer rocks in my system. So I was presented with something that I had to nip in the bud. Because if I did not, 1 + 1 does equal 5, and it don't take a lot to see how that kind of energy can funk with my own align that I work for hard at this time. And hard is the wrong word because I don't work hard. I work smarter. And it's a constant effort on my part. Although there's many things that no longer require that added effort, because once you put something into practice that is in alignment with you, the infusion, before you know it, actually does alchemize and take place. The timing and the timestamp on that is individualized. It's going to be different for everybody. But you got to find the right alchemy. See, most people are trying to do what other people are doing, and it don't work for them, and then they give up. That's particular lens that is the easy route out, because it allows someone to not hold themselves accountable for finding their right alchemy for themselves. Anything that I share with you guys is to inspire your own potential action to do whatever resonates with you that is right for you. I don't share so that you can do the exact same thing that I'm doing. What's for me is for me. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's for you. But how we're connecting and vibing is based off of the frequency and vibration and the resonating that occurs when we are tapping into one another here on this wonderful channel. Thank you for listening. You're so cute. Okay. Yeah. So in this conscious alignment and peaceful solution of harmonious detachment, to be able to 3D, to third party observe the happenings of what's happening here, to detach from it emotionally. And how I do that, I'm going to share with you. Whenever I catch myself being triggered to want to respond to another person immediately, because in Western astrology, I'm a Sagittarius, all fiery and hot-tempered and all righteous with myself, because there's many times that I've had to take myself off my own freaking high horse where spirit was like, girl, you better humble yourself. Plenty. Here's some humble pie, cutie pie. And I'm like, well, spirit, so yes. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that I have never lost my cool. For those of you that are tuning in that know me and have ever witnessed my losing my cool, you already know nobody likes her. And it usually takes like the way that I would even excuse an outburst like that would be like, because it takes a lot. When I lose my cool, it's because it's right. But even that's wrong. And you don't win a war with war. Roar! You know? Okay. So, yeah. No. It's not how this works here. And especially coming from abuse. I was abused my first half of my life. And then for all of my life I've abused all of my life I've been abused. Well, not anymore, but and for all of my life, due to that abuse, I abused myself in so many toxic ways that it's hard to see when you're absorbed in those energies. It took a lot of deaths in me to rise when all I wanted to do was die, you know? Because this could not be life. Imagine. I remember locking myself in bathrooms. Bathrooms have always been my refuge. A bathroom has always been a sanctuary for me, because sometimes that was the only place I had to hide. And I would sit on the floor in a bathroom and I would cry. Like, this can't be it. This can't be my life. Are you kidding me? This can't be like, oh my God. This can't be it. This can't be it. Okay? I'm so thankful to not be in that. I get emotional in expression, which is what people get thrown off by. If I share something with you and I'm expressing it, it's because I'm healed from it. Because like, for example, when my mother died, for years I could not talk about her. No one dare mention my mother around me because it hurts. And I was not healed. So there's a huge difference. So for those of you that are still crying over the same hurt and find yourselves crying out loud, expressing yourself, know that you are healing, because that expression is freeing. The prison is the continuous expression of the same thing. That's the box that you have to cut, you have to burst out open. Like, whoa, I don't need to be in this box, I understand. Because it doesn't hurt any less that my mother died when I was young. But it doesn't hurt my heart anymore that she's dead. What happened in between that created such a peaceful residing inside of me that allows me to speak of this goddess divine that I love? You know? Most people don't want to deal with their feels. And so they stay stuck somewhere in that element. Whether they suppress it, because when you suppress it, even though you suppress it, let's go to the root of that. What happens is you cover it up. Yeah, it is the root. Oh, so it pollutes. And then it marinates. And although you suppress, the inner environment that creates your external environment, my dear, is mixing and battering, mixing and battering, mixing and battering. And it is creating a world, a vortex of invisible yet certainly felt energy that truly does exist, because everything is energy. And if you're not actively maneuvering your own energy field, then you're part of the mundane population that operates off of a collective dominating energy and environment, and you're the puppeteer for that energy that dominates those that choose to not participate. And that is how people become possessed, obsessed, just like the rest. Okay? Anyway, what can I say? I babble this way. So yeah, what was I talking about? So I had to nip something in the butt. And how do I do that? I was gonna share a technique. I'm gonna share with you. I share because I care. How you use it is how you use it. If you use it, if you use it. If you don't use it, you lose it. Get it? Like, you know what I mean? So whenever I wanna get oral Cardi B on some people, okay? I love me my Cardi B. I love her expression. She's free. And no matter what anybody thinks, she is entitled and free to express herself as she feels. And it doesn't exempt her from having challenges of having to deal with judgmental people or opinionated people, because she's so free to express herself as she is entitled to. If you don't like her vibe, then you should really deep down ask yourself why. And maybe if she's too, like, you have preferences and like, oh no, you know, it's like people that don't listen to rock and roll or heavy metal or whatever the case may be, like, you know, like whatever the case may be. then leave her be. And that's just an example, but that's just how it is. It's just how it is with everyone. See, her inspiration towards me is her ability to be so free and loud. And I'm sure she cares. You know, think about the I don't care mask. Oh, I remember when I identified the I don't care mask within me. I don't wear that mask no more. And whenever it does come out and I catch it immediately. I'm like, wait a minute, I do care. I don't care. It's just a defense mechanism that comes up immediately due to whatever our conditioning is, whatever our experience is. I don't care. I don't care. Oh, yes, you do, because if you didn't care, you wouldn't be acting like that. You know what I mean? You wouldn't be, I don't care. That's just defense coming up. Whenever I catch that I don't care moment in me, I'm like, whoa, what are you avoiding? So, if there's one thing that us humans have in common, no matter who fronts, is we all freaking care about many things. And the last thing any of us want is people talking negative or bad or down or smack, even if they're freaking right. Sometimes they're right, whatever. But who are you? And so, oh, that was another thing that I caught myself this week, that Humble Pie City came up real quick. Spirit came to speak and was like, who are you to judge? I didn't even catch it because I was on defense mode, because I took something personally. And so I judged an action of another harshly, but also bitterly, all because I got butthurt over something. See, I do these processes with myself because that's the peace that I strive for my health, wealth, stuff. And it travels through many ugly corridors, but I traveled through. This wasn't meant to be a lecture. But Spirit got a lot on this channel's mind. Everything, like, you know, I'm not lecturing everyone, but anyways, you know, sharing is caring. So going back to that share, love who you are. Look at that. That was so random. I just went in the middle of the dark. Love who you are, okay, by far. So when I catch myself wanting to get old Cardi B, I'm not saying I've not had slip-ups and just like, oh, that, and just go at it. And not saying that. I've grown, though. Those don't, that's even more, like, that's blue moon rare now. But, you know, you gotta take care. Because there's a lot of things happening out there right now that when you purge one, you go to another level of another kind of purge that goes to a deeper root that is even deeper than the other root that you thought you plugged, and you're just like, what's up? Okay, Spirit, I thought I was through this. Here we go. Okay, in the ringer. Eminem knows what he's talking about. Another Libra that's free to speak. Such admirable qualities. These truth speakers of their own expression, that express themselves no matter what emotion is expressed, because they got to get it off their chest, and they have every right to do so in any kind of way, shape, or form, as long as they're not hurting somebody. You see, say what do you want, it's free. Okay, so anyways, when I catch myself wanting to get one little bit Cardi B and rip people new assholes, right? That has always been my savage-like expression. Like, I will rip you on your Okay, anyways, it's 24:54. I don't know why, but anyways, right, this is long. So, if time can be afforded, which it always can, because we are keepers of our own time. And if people can't wait, that's not your problem. I try not to respond immediately, and I wait 3 days. I read that somewhere years ago. I remember I was like in junior high school when I first started to try to implement this in my life. So guys, this has been going on for a long time, for where this discipline has about 95%, 98, I want to go 98% is solidified in my being. Like, I do this. It's a constant, like, it just is what it is. Like, but these energies as of late purging even deeper roots and suits that is just like, whoa. I have to lower my percentage a little bit to a 95%, and that's just me being honest. But again, I've learned, and so we grow. These are the days of our lives, right? Okay, so I wait 3 days. In those 3 days, you have ample time to settle down your mind and come from your alignment center to handle whatever challenge is being presented to you with dignity, honor, alignment, respect, harmony, peace, whatever it is that you're about. If you're about battle, chaos, and you want to fight and have war, then that's what you're going to be seated. But you're on my channel here, I don't think you want that. I hope not. Like, and if you do, oh my goodness. Saturn is going to see you soon. Or is already? And that's why you even more mad? I don't know. Anyways, you gotta trigger, purge that too. But either way, so, you know, waiting the 3 days. So, we're gonna be presented with challenges that require us at this time to put into practice, to put into action the new wisdom-fueled solutions that you, transmuter that you are, being the example by far that handles appropriately whatever action is needed in the situation, and not coming from a defensive toxic place that is misaligned with your now, because that's not what you want. All that is a conditioned response, doing what it knows how to do, because that's all it's ever known. So now, you who have grown, use this wonderful, beautiful opportunity that is presenting itself to you, because that's what alchemists do. You need a chem lab, no? Welcome to the lab. We're alchemists here. So now, the you of now is handling responsibly in accordance to the alignment that you now partake in, that is handling this challenge rather beautifully. So that's what kind of just occurred for me in regards to handling something with someone that wasn't as pleasant as can be, but harmoniously, and not feeling bad for having to have taken action that caused someone to not feel good about it. That's not my problem. And that's not me being cold either. And the only reason that I'm even saying that added response. It's not in my defense or in my justification. It's for this channel's purpose of me clearly communicating something that once upon a time ago I may have not executed due to hurting someone's feelings, although I'm right. And it's not even about hurting feelings because it's not personal, it's just not working. When something's not working, you know, you could be amicable in your cutting of the cords, separation. And this is not a relationship either. This was just an agreement that didn't live up to its agreement or expectation that was previously agreed upon. So a new agreement had to be made that may have not favored the other party best, but the justice is fair. And that's that. One card for the road. I gotta go. And this is another 30-something minute card. Treasure your loved ones. It is important to love others deeply. It sure is. Love them goodbye. Until we speak again. Make sure to like, comment, share. Let me know, like, if you like this video. Does it resonate with you? Did I like maneuver all over the place? Did you miss something? Would you like me to explain or elaborate more on something that maybe I didn't finish babbling about because I always go all over the place? You know, communication will always be key and recommended. The only thing that is real is love. Shift your focus back to love always. And with that being said, namaste.